My client categorically denies any involvement with Claudia Corinthos' car accident this evening. However, in the interest of finding the guilty party, we will be happy to answer any and all questions that you may have at this time.
Good, because there's a few things we'd like to clear up.
Go right ahead. I have nothing to hide.
Well, you were at the accident site before my partner and I arrived. So, how did you know?
I already told you.
My client was driving along Harborview Road. She saw emergency lights outside the home of her friend Jasper Jacks. She stopped out of concern, as she's already told you.
Well, a witness states that the car that forced Mrs. Corinthos off the road was a small, light-colored vehicle. Miss Davis, you drive a white hybrid?
As if that's incriminating. A lot of people drive small cars.
We'd like to hear D.A. Davis's response.
Mac, I didn't force anyone off the road.
And why were you driving on her review tonight?
I see you have her in custody. Miss Davis has been stalking my husband. She is a dangerously unbalanced woman.
Mrs. Floyd, if you'd like to wait in my
Davis
office.
came to my home, demanded to see my husband, begging him to resume their affair.
That's a lie.
As your attorney, I'm going to advise you to remain silent.
What time did D.A. Davis leave you in Mayor Floyd?
It was around 9 o'clock. She was hysterical, speeding and weaving onto Harborview. It's a miracle she didn't hit anyone.
My wife.
That woman is obviously lying.
So you weren't at Mayor Floyd's house tonight?
That part's true.
Oh, God! What on earth were you thinking? Approaching Garrett Floyd at his house, no less? When you've been publicly accused of stalking him?
In hindsight, that was dumb. Molly asked me why, when everyone was believing all this stuff about me, I didn't defend myself, so I thought I should go do something about it.
I'm sorry. I know that this whole ordeal has taken a terrible toll on
How
you.
do you tell me, how is it possible that people in this town could believe I would write such badly written emails? And my children are getting embarrassed with their friends?
Okay, trust me. We will get to the bottom of those and clear your name. But right now, back to the Floyds. Why were you there tonight?
Because I thought I could get him to at least admit that the emails were forged.
And what was his response?
Well, I didn't get to talk to him. The crazy woman wouldn't let me see him, so I left.
Were you distraught?
No!
All right, good. No. Hold that thought.
So we just want to make sure that we're
Commissioner,
clear on all the facts.
there appears to be some discrepancy between my client's and Ms. Floyd's account of this evening's activity. So my suggestion is that we allow them both to go into the interrogation room and iron out their differences.
I refuse to be subject to this woman's hysterics. Thank you.
All right, so maybe a brief
No,
discussion would be fine. I
no,
won't say
don't
another word. Go
engage.
ahead.
Don't engage. There's no point.
Are you willing to sign a statement attesting to Mrs. Davis' emotional state in the time she left your home?
Absolutely. She is a menace to herself and others.
Just give me 1 minute with her.
She's already refused.
Since when does that stop you? I'm the client. I want 5 minutes with her.
Look, Andrea Floyd is not going to do you any favors, especially since her husband slept with you. All right, it was only once. And who can blame him with that frigid, viperous gorgon at home?
All right, so I slept with him once, a long time ago, and now I'm this hysterical stalker. You see, there must be some motive that she has other than
Believe
jealousy.
me, I fully intend to comb through Andrea's statement and debunk it.
And you know that I trust you. Now go over there and distract me.
Wait a minute. If our positions were reversed, you'd be telling you not to do this. All right, just don't become overwrought, or you will add further proof to Andrea's statement that you're of your, highly charged emotional state.
I'm as cool as a cucumber.
A cucumber lying in the sun.
Oh, right.
Gentlemen, I believe that my client has answered all of your questions to the best of her knowledge and that you have no further evidence on what you don't care.
I have absolutely nothing to say to you.
All right, well then just listen. Please. I slept with your husband once, a long time ago. I told you that I deeply regret it, and yet you are suddenly intent on destroying me. What possibly could your motive be?
You came to my home, tried to confront my husband, and refused to leave.
I wanted to talk to him.
You left my home in a very hysterical state around 9 p.m. You went east on Harborview Road, where just a few minutes later, a pregnant woman was run off the road by a reckless driver. I can testify to that in a court of law. Can you deny it? Without perjuring yourself?
Andrea, I did leave your house at approximately 9 o'clock, but I did not cause any accident.
Forgive me and the people of Fort Charles if we don't take your word for it.
Why are you deliberately twisting the truth? It makes me wonder what else you're doing to sabotage me, like making hysterical emails.
Alexis, I'm sorry, but Miss Floyd has made it clear that she doesn't want to speak with you.
Thank you.
Is district attorney have a right to question a witness?
You know, your status as the DA is unclear.
Well, I haven't received a notice of suspension. I've done nothing wrong, and I have no intention of leaving my position.
At the very least, she trespassed on my property. She may very well have caused a serious car accident and fled the scene. Shouldn't you be arresting her?
You have no evidence on which to hold my client.
We're going to do a complete workup of the accident site. Alexis, we may need to examine your car.
Of course, we will be happy to comply with any and all warrants and subpoenas, but as of right now, I think we're done.
You're free to go. We need you to sign some paperwork.
Gladly.
Right. Well, we need to go over strategy. You are facing some very serious charges.
Andrea Floyd is perjuring herself, and I'm looking forward to you proving that.
Unfortunately, it's not going to be quite that easy.
You're the one who relishes the challenge.
Alexis, from a legal standpoint, you made some extremely unfortunate choices tonight. First off, you elect to go to the mayor's home. Then, you promptly get back in your car, you drive along Harborview Road, and you stop at the site of Claudia Zacchara's accident minutes after it happened.
I don't speed. You've been in the car with me. It drives you insane. And I am certainly a far cry from the hysterical person that Andrea Floyd described.
Well, right now it's your word against hers, and she is proving to be a much more credible individual than you.
Well, she's lying through her teeth, and I'm telling the truth.
Okay, Alexis, I'm your friend as well as your attorney. But in order to defend you, I need to know exactly where we stand. Is there any possibility that you could have caused Claudia's accident?
Thank you for making this as painless as possible. I'll be happy to testify against Miss Davis when the charges are filed.
We'll continue our investigation and see what we come up with.
You do that, Commissioner Scorpio. But I think we all know where this is going to lead.
Thank you.